Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, the shocking and illuminating prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy, set 24 years before Katniss Everdeen's story. Let's walk through the entire narrative, from the reaping dawn to the heartbreaking aftermath, so you'll feel like you have read it cover to cover. The novel opens in District 12 on the morning of the reaping for the 50th Hunger Games, also known as the Second Quarter Quell. For most in Panem, it's just another brutal day, but for 16-year-old Haymitch Abernathy, it feels especially fragile. Living in the coal-scarred district with his mother and his younger brother Sid, Haymitch is already burdened. He helps his family survive by illegally distilling moonshine for a bootlegger named Hattie Mine, and he's spent his nights sneaking out to woods with his girlfriend, Lenore Dove-Baird. He dreams of something other than the crumbs District 12 offers, but dreams feel dangerous here. On the day of the reaping, twice as many tributes will be taken, 2 boys and 2 girls from each district, because it's a Quarter Quell year. Haymitch and Lenore both know the odds. At the selection ceremony, inevitably, Haymitch's name is called. His world cracks open in an instant. Alongside him from District 12 are 2 girls, the compassionate and fierce Maisily Donner, and the shy but strong-willed Luella McCoy, and the oddsmaker boy Wyatt Callow. Their selection kicks off a chain of events that will irreversibly change Haymitch and Panem. Transported to the capital, the tributes face pageantry, cameras, and cruelty all wrapped into one spectacle. In the tribute parade, something goes horribly wrong. Luella dies in a chariot accident. The capital, ever the image keepers, sends in a body double from District 11, drugged and terrified, to stand in her place. Haymitch's raw grief and outrage spill into his defiant gesture. He carries Luella's body through the crowd and lays it in front of President Coriolanus Snow. It's the opening note of rebellion, and Snow notices. In training rooms and interviews, Haymitch's district is given little chance. Among the other tributes, the newcomers try to survive, while the career tributes from the richer districts maneuver and kill without a second thought. Haymitch senses the arena is designed to break them, but he also senses something more. The games are no longer just entertainment, they're political theater. Inside the arena, the engineered cruelty of the capital intensifies. Haymitch is forced into alliances. He works with Maisily, and later with others who are just as desperate. Together they discover hidden passages and secret mechanics designed by the game makers to trap them. They uncover the plan of veteran Victor B.T. Bloodier. His son gets reaped as part of the Quarter Quell, forced to compete, and B.T. uses Haymitch as a pawn in sabotage. There are exploding water tanks, poisonous pollen, mutts, and force fields. It's less a game and more a war disguised as a spectacle. Haymitch's fight is not just for survival, but for legacy. He enters the arena not wanting merely to win, but to strike back. He sabotages the power generator. He survives betrayals, loss, and unbearable grief. Maisily dies defending him. Others fall to the mutts, the careers, the traps, the system. He emerges victorious, but peace is a mirage. His homecoming is twisted. District 12 finds itself under more brutal control than before. His mother and brother are dead. His lover Lenore is poisoned in an act of revenge. Haymitch is haunted by guilt and loss. His victory becomes a burden, his trauma a chain. He returns to the victor's village as a man changed, hardened, broken, hidden behind bitter cynicism and drink. The title, Sunrise on the Reaping, is no metaphorical flourish. It captures the dawn of the day that changed Panem's future. The moment the capital's every sunrise was a promise of extraction, spectacle, death. Haymitch's story becomes the seed of the eventual rebellion, yet he is not the triumphant hero of the later games. He is the haunted man who learned that survival sometimes costs everything. Sunrise on the Reaping is more than a prequel. It sheds light on how propaganda is wielded, how spectacle becomes a weapon, and how a system thrives on fear and narratives of control. Collins uses Haymitch's journey to expose the machinery behind Panem's oppression, and to ask, can one win and still lose? Can one survive and still be defeated? Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5. If this deep dive into Haymitch's past awakened new questions or stirred old fandom, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.